Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Start 11 show. Leicester City versus Everton. A huge game for the Toffees at the King Power Stadium. Would be absolutely glorious if Everton could get 3 points. But of course, they've only won one away game all season down at Brighton. So Everton need to get something out of this game. Going into that Watford game ahead of those two huge home games as well, if Everton want to be in the Premier League next season. Let's get into it. In goal, Jordan Pickford was absolutely unbelievable against Chelsea last week. 3-4 big saves in this game. Just his general demeanour. And again, that's what he's been doing all season. So let's hope he keeps that up. Let's hope he doesn't have much to do. And what he has to do, he does it well. And help us get 3 points. Let's hope. Right, I'm going to go for four at the back. Start with Seamus Coleman at right back. Again, played really well last week. He's been regular recently. Got that space back. Obviously, there was a lot of talk about Nathan Patterson going in at right back. Obviously, got injured. John Joe Kenny has not played recently for the best, obviously, after what happened against Burnley. So Seamus has been very, very consistent, and I imagine will play most games now till the end of the season. On the other side at left back, it is Vitaly Mykolenko, who again has made left back his own. A little bit dodgy when he came in, of course, coming into a new league, but has settled right down. In the last few weeks, has been up against some of the top players in the Premier League and has done really, really well. So let's hope he does that again. At centre back, for me, it's Yerry Mina, and next to him is Mason Hallgate. I think Yerry makes everyone play better, and we saw that last week with Mason Hallgate. I think Mason Hallgate has that little bit of pace, which the manager wants. Obviously, no Ben Godfrey, but Yerry makes everyone better. He organises that back line. It's going to be a tricky decision in the week, whether he plays in the week, but he's had a week's rest after the win against Chelsea, so we have to look after him the best we can. Of course, we left him out the Merseyside derby after the last time we played Leicester. But we need him to be commanding again, and obviously last week he was winding up Havertz. Maybe he'll do that again in this game. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I've said, there's been a lot of criticism of Mason Hallgate, but I think the last couple of games he's played at centre back against Liverpool and against Chelsea, I think he's done quite well. So that's my back four, my starting centre back partnership. On to midfield. I'm going to keep the continuity, to be honest, of last week. Fabian Delph just sitting in front of that back four, doing the job he does. Nothing, there's nothing overcomplicated about what he does. The reason I've picked him ahead of Allen is not just because I thought he played all right last week, is because I think Leicester have a lot of the ball, and there's a temptation for the players to go and press them and be pulled out of position. I don't think Fabian Delph will do that. I think Fabian Delph will just sit in front of the back four and allow Decore, who's in centre midfield as well, to do what he needs to do. But I think when it's Decore and Allen, I think they both go and try and do that job. And that's when you start losing shape. I've got Iwobi ahead of them. And I just think that Delph has to sit. Decore has to be the legs. And Iwobi has to be the creativity. They all have to work hard. They all have to do the jobs. But that's the reason. Then you've got Allen to come on later in the game, probably after Delph's picked up a booking. And then he can come on and add something to it, like he did last week. I think that worked last week. He adds the energy towards the end of the game when you need it. Whereas Delph's the first 60 minutes player. Leicester will have a lot of the ball. But in those last 30 minutes, when you might need that little bit of extra energy, that's when Allen comes into it. The front three, got Anthony Gordon, Damari Gray, obviously playing wide. They worked brilliantly hard last week. Need to be a little bit better with the ball. I thought at times they give the ball away in silly areas against Chelsea. So they've got to be a little bit better on the ball and not give it away so cheaply. But keep working hard. Keep the shape for the team. Use that little bit of pace, tricky to get away from players. Damari Gray, should have had a goal against Chelsea late on. But one thing that has to happen from both of these players is the set pieces have got to be better from both of them. Leicester at the back off set pieces aren't great. Conceded again in the Europa Conference. knocked out, obviously, to a Abraham goal for Roma. So they're not great. That's where we've got to capitalise. We've got to have good set pieces. Generally, these two are on the set pieces, so that's one part of the game that both of them must improve on. And up front for me, it is Richarlison again. Worked his bollocks off last week. He's apparently suffering from a little ankle injury, that he picked up against Liverpool. Obviously the one I think Jamie Carragher was moaning about to get up. He's still suffering from that injury. When he went over on it, he did that thing where you twist your ankle, put all your weight on it. Hopefully he gets through the game. That'll be strapped up and the adrenaline will get him through. He's got to work his arse off again like he did last week. I know he will, because he's all up for the fight. And obviously if he can get another goal, he got the equaliser against Leicester, obviously got the winner against Chelsea last week. Let's hope he's back in the goals again. And then we've got someone like Dominic Calvert-Lewin to come off the bench and hopefully add that something that we need. The aerial ability, the ability to hold the ball up later on in the game when hopefully we've got a lead and hopefully we are trying to get another goal but see the game out as well. So that's my 11. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Who would you have in for this game? Let me know. It's a tough game. It's a big game, but we have to go and get something out of it. So let me know your thoughts. Give this video a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you want more great videos, join us over on Patreon. The link is in the description and it'll be on the screen in about 4 seconds. See you later.